We're inside InternetG's free online How to Perform Deck Inspections course, and we're at the section called From the Ground Up. And we're going to talk about deck load. But first, let's talk about inspecting from the bottom up. A deck inspection should progress in the same manner as you construct a deck, from the bottom up. And that's important because you take a look at the bottom first, the structure, where all the load is. Inspectors should start at the bottom, and if a deck is deemed to be unsafe from underneath, the inspectors should just stop, should not walk out onto the deck and continue the deck inspection. Shouldn't inspect anything else if it's an unsafe deck. So take a look at the underfloor structure of the deck if you can. The inspectors should just stop and report the safety issues observed. Stay safe. Now let's talk about load. This illustration here shows an evenly distributed deck load. Building codes require decks to be designed to carry a uniformly distributed deck load over the entire deck. And if it's evenly distributed, half of the load is carried by the attachment point right here at the deck, if it's an attached deck. And the other half is on the post. So there's deck dead loads and deck live loads. Dead loads and live loads. And they're assumed to be uniformly distributed across the entire deck surface for attached and freestanding decks. But in reality, the live load is usually near the outer railing edge of the deck and balcony, because that's where people gather. This image here shows a typical deck load distribution. People tend to gather near the outer railing of a deck, and so more load is likely carried by the post. The International Residential Code, the IRC, provides minimum required design loads for the various loads of a deck structure that it may receive. The IRC provides design tables for decks up to a 10 PSF, pounds per square foot, dead load, and a 40 PSF live load. Most decks are designed and built for loads of 40 to 60 pounds per square foot. The 2021 IRC includes snow loads of 50, 60, and 70 PSF. Refer to 2021 IRC section R301.2. The 40 PSF live load is equivalent to a 200-pound person standing every 2.5 by 2 square foot area on the deck surface. That's a lot of people standing next to each other on a deck. And stairways of decks must support a load as well, a concentrated load at the stairs, steps, the treads especially. What about hot tubs? Hot tubs can be common in certain areas on decks, but they provide a significant concentrated dead load. Hot tubs filled with water and people are heavy and can weigh a couple of tons. Hot tubs require framing that can support more than 100 pounds per square foot. Engineered or alternative designs for supporting a hot tub may be necessary at the deck, but may be handled by an over-design in the joists and beam sizing, spacings, and spans.